You're with Joseph Arthur and his Technicolor Dreamcast on today's News Talk Radio, TNT.
How did you become I almost said professor, a pastor? Was it a calling from God, or did you go to school for it? Is it your family thing, or what?
So I'm a Calvary Chapel pastor. So like you don't even have to. I mean, you just show up to church and they make you a pastor. I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. That's probably going to offend from some of my Calvary Chapel brothers. But no, man, I was raised in the LDS church by my grandmother. She raised us a lot of our childhood. Kind of had a broken home type situation, and so my grandma really stepped up and really taught me about Jesus really early on. And when I was about 13, my mom became born again, saved out of drugs and alcohol, kind of radically saved, and a little charismatic church down in Orange County, California, in Garden Grove. And, it was a calling. I mean, from about the age of 12 or 13, I had, mentors in my life saying, hey, man, you have a gift for unpacking the scriptures. You have a gift for loving people. And I initially began to kind of lean into that at a young age. I started teaching the Bible at about 13 or 14. And, life, man, peer pressure, some of the chaoticness of my family life, had to move a lot. So I got unplugged from a really healthy church that I grew up in. And I kind of ran away from God for about 8 years. And then when I was in the Navy, my mom passed away. God really got a hold of my heart and brought me back to him. And when September 11th happened, it rocked my world, right? I was a Red Dawn kid, right? I grew up, watching Red Dawn back in the day. Patrick Swayze and the Wolverines, right? So when the crap went down with the towers, man, I was like, dude, this is real. And if I can't serve God in the midst of my freedom, how would I ever be able to serve him if it was against the law? And so my wife and I plugged back into a church, happened to be a Calvary Chapel in Arizona, where we were living at the time, Tempe.
That's where I am, dude. I'm there right now.
Right on, Brad. Right on the corner of Southern and Price, man. A little church. Used to be Calvary Chapel Tri-City. Now I think it's called His Church. Kind of a punk rock, old school hippie pastor by the name of John Higgins. Good dude, love him with all my heart. And, he taught me about grace, and him and his son, Jeremy, gave me my first opportunity to serve in youth ministry back in 2001. And that's kind of been it from ever since, man. I just kind of put one foot in front of the other and went on staff at Calvary Chapel, St. George in St. George, Utah in 2006 as a youth pastor full time, and lived there for about 9 years, finished my degree in English language arts, literature, so that I could teach. And then my wife and I finally executed our plan to plant a church in 2014, and the rest is history, I guess.